I only got one more night. I'm gonna live out loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of night they make movies about.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von Channel Sweatbox. We back. We live. We active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Still dodging those digital jabs, baby. Yes. Let's talk about Obi-Wan, episode 1 and 2 on Disney Plus. Let's get into it, man. This series was good, man. I can't front. They came out the gates blazing with it, man. I like this series a lot. I like it a lot. At least these first 2 episodes. Of course, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, the character, is just one of the best things to come out of the prequels. And of course, and I don't know if you guys know, I'm one of the, I guess, the minority of the people. I don't know a lot of it. It's because the views on the prequels have changed in the past 10 years. But I've always been a fan of the prequels, especially from the second half of Attack of the Clones to, obviously, Revenge of the Sith is a great movie. Anybody who says they don't like Revenge of the Sith is, what are you talking about? But from the second half of Attack of the Clones to the Revenge of the Sith, because the first episode 1, Phantom Menace, I feel like it's an underrated film. Obviously, the lightsaber duel with Darth Maul, the pod race. There's a lot good in there. There's a lot of good in there. Attack of the Clones starts off kind of, you're saying, the stuff with Anakin and Padme in the desert. Obviously, I mean, when they're their love, I get it. But anyway, I like the prequels. Obi-Wan, I like the show. And speaking of the prequels, that is exactly where the show kicks off. It starts right it starts on Coruscant. Execute Order 66 is going down. It shows this nice class of younglings working on their training. Jedi Master leading the class. All of a sudden, these clone troopers bust in and just start murdering everybody. She starts fighting them off. She's trying to protect the children. Eventually, she gets murdered. It was pretty intense. Then it just goes 10 years later. Now the thought on this is the reason why we got this scene is because there was a group of younglings that we were watching during this whole thing, and one of them is believed to be Reva, who we find out is one of the Inquisitors now, the third sister, I believe it is. Which brings us up to Rebels. If you've seen Rebels, you know the Inquisitors were introduced in Rebels, and they're Jedi hunters. They're Force-sensitive Jedi hunters. Sometimes they were former Jedis who got turned after Order 66. They were like, hey, you either work with us or we kill you. All right, we'll come to the dark side. So, 10 years later, we're on Tatooine after that scene. After that opening scene of Order 66, it goes 10 years later, we're on Tatooine. We see a Sith, an Empire ship landing, and the Inquisitors get off, and they're hunting Jedi. That's what they do. They're hunting Jedi. Immediately, you think, oh, they're here for Obi-Wan? And they're not. They're hunting another Jedi. I love that opening scene when they're in the restaurant and they're trying to figure out who the Jedi is, and we're trying to figure out who the Jedi is, and then Reva, she just picks up the knife and throws it at the dude's face, and the Jedi is forced to stop it. She's like, that was good. That's good. It was good. I love it. Everything about that scene was dope. And you're saying, now let's get into the elephant in the room, the Reva character. Now, as I was watching the show, I was like, okay, I like the Reva character. She's about that life. She's about it. She's out here chopping people's hands off. She's focused. She knows what she wants. I didn't have a problem with the Reva character. I thought it was as well written as any other Star Wars character. You know what I'm saying? Given what we had been given in the prequels with some of those written characters, and what we got in the current with Rey and those guys, those characters. I mean, come on. I mean, even the original series, it's not like those characters was that deeply written. So, yes, was Reva kind of a one-note character? Did she have one aggressive moving forward? Yeah. Okay, she played that part well. We get it. She's a villain. It's 2 episodes. Now, anybody who was attacking her because she happened to be an African-American woman, a black woman, you can get the smoke, son. I don't know what y'all thinking. We ain't doing all that over here. Not on this, nuh-uh. No. We ain't doing none of that. So if that's what you thinking, you're going to be criticizing her, you got problems. Okay? So shouts out to her. Keep that racist matter. Anyway, as we move on, we get a lot of good stuff from Obi-Wan. Shouts out. It's good to see Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan. You know what I'm saying? He just crushes it in this role. He's just so good in this role. So it's good to see him back. Hold on. There we go. All right. It's good to see him back in this role. The thing that I didn't, no, not that I didn't like, the thing that I wasn't expecting was, first of all, they brought Joel Edgerton back to play Owen. The dynamic between Owen and Obi-Wan. Owen has a lot of resentment towards Obi-Wan. He feels like Owen got Obi-Wan. He feels like Owen feels like Obi-Wan got Anakin killed. I don't know if he actually knows that Obi-Wan is actually the one who killed him, but yeah. I mean, I can see, and I loved that conversation. I thought that was a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "You don't care. You just want to see if he's showing." You said, "He's got to be trained." Why? Like you did his father? Ooh, that cut deep. You can tell that cut deep. Another thing I really liked is I actually liked the dichotomy between the Inquisitors. You know what I'm saying? To see Reva, who's overzealous, who has ambition, who's really, you know what I'm saying, versus the Grand Inquisitors, like, you better know your role. To see that, you know what I'm saying? I loved all of that. I thought that was really good. You know what I'm saying? To see how she's being overly aggressive when they're questioning people, and the second brother was like, "Look, you need to calm down. We just here to do a job. Here's a reward for the Jedi if you guys find him." Another thing that I really love, Obi-Wan being confronted in the desert by that Jedi. I was like, this is good. I really like this. I thought that was well done. The way Obi-Wan was, at first he didn't know how to act. He was like, "I'm Ben. Who are you talking about, Obi-Wan?" Then when he finally admitted to it, he was like, "You better go hide that. You better go bury that in the desert before they kill you. It's over. We lost, bro. It's over." And sure enough, like the next scene, you see he got killed. Now, let's get to the big thing that I've almost forgot. How would I say I almost forgot that I haven't talked about yet? We get young Leia. We get Alderaan. Pre-exploded planet Alderaan. All that. We get the Organas, the whole Organa family tree. You know what I'm saying? We get Jimmy Smith's returning to his Bail Organa. Shouts out to Jimmy Smith just holding down the continuity. Shouts out to Jimmy Smith just holding down the continuity. But the young actress that they got to play young Leia. Apparently, it's the girl from the movie. You guys remember the Bird Box movie? She was the little kid that they had blindfolded the whole movie who was just named Girl. Sandra Bullock, you're terrible for that. But yeah, so I really liked her performance. She definitely had some Leia-isms. It was even great when she teamed up with Obi-Wan later in the episode. Spoiler alert. Obi-Wan was like, "You just remind me of someone." Who was she a Jedi? No, she was a leader. I like how he made the point to make the point. I love how he made the point to say, no, she wasn't a Jedi. She was a leader. Anyway, all of it very good. All of it very good stuff. The fact that what's up with Flea from the Chili Peppers? I didn't mind him. It took me a minute to realize it was like, oh yeah, that was Flea. It wasn't until the credits when I was like, oh yeah, that was Flea. Playing old boy from but his character was fine. Kidnapping Leia, I thought he played the villain role well. I love the scene when he thought they had Obi-Wan captured. Obi-Wan was like, nope. Shh. Obi-Wan was turning into Breaking Bad. You know what I'm saying? He was doing this whole Breaking Bad thing. I thought that was hilarious. To see Obi-Wan with the with the mask on and the rubber suit like he was cooking in the meth lab, that was hilarious. But him to take the drugs and then use that to take the spice, you know what I'm saying, that they stole from Dune, that they stole from Arrakis. No, that was a cool scene. You know what I'm saying? I like that. There's a lot to like in this, man. There's really a lot to like. The whole scene at the end. Kumail Nanjiani. I almost forgot to mention Kumail Nanjiani's character. I'm sorry, I just fucked up his name. His character was awesome, though. Him playing the fake Jedi was great. Because I was believing it for a minute. And then it wasn't until he's like, oh, when he started doing the, I'm leaving your mind now. It's like, oh, this nigga faking, cuz. Oh, Kumail Nanjiani. Thank you. Excuse me. I just wanted to make sure I got that pronounced right because I know it's my man's name. Great actor. I love doing Eternals. He's just good in everything he does. But he was good. I love it. And then I love the him that he wanted to legitimately help Obi-Wan at the end. I thought that was good. I thought that was really good. Let me see, what else am I forgetting? that I wanted to talk about. I think that's about it. Obviously, let me wrap it up at the end, but I'm gonna make sure I'm not forgetting nothing. Um, yeah, like I said, all the scenes with the young Leia, how she told off her cousin, telling him, I may not be a real Organa. You are, even though, how you gonna try to question somebody's Organa status, boy? You should. I was waiting. Why she had to apologize for? Like, what she had to apologize for? I didn't like that. I liked how she told him who she was, though. That was real. Her little robot sidekick reminded me of the this is gonna be a deep cut. It reminded me of those little alien robots from that movie Batteries Not Included from the 80s. Maybe late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there. Go look it up if you've never seen it. It's a pretty good movie. It's actually a pretty good movie. But that's what her robot reminded me of. And being the fact that this is the Star Wars universe, maybe that is what it's from. Maybe that robot is an alien from the Batteries Not Included, and now Batteries Not Included is in the Star Wars canon. I'm gonna say it so. There you go. So yeah, that whole rooftop scene when she's trying to run away from Obi-Wan, third sister Reva's trying to track him down. The bounty hunters. I love how they go John Wick when she puts the bounty out. All the bounty hunters just start strapping up. They're trying to find him. That was dope. But yeah, that rooftop scene was pretty good. When she falls, he's forced to use the catcher. Like, I got you. To see him tap back into the Force after he'd been trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Even when he picks up his lightsaber off the sand and he has it on his hip at the end of episode 1. You can tell he doesn't want to use it because it'll draw attention to himself. That's why he's using the blasters. He doesn't want to use force powers when he's fighting because it'll draw too much attention to him. That's why. And I love the little subtle things when he's fighting the I don't remember the alien race, but the dude from the race of people the same as Darth Maul. When he's fighting that dude and he takes him down, you can see he actually stabs his hand on the dude's spike. It was hilarious. Obi-Wan always getting hurt when he's fighting. When he kicked Grievous's leg and hurt his own leg. Shouts out to Obi-Wan, man. The series was really entertaining. I'm liking it a lot. So yeah, the final scene of them in the hangar bay as they're making the escape, and Reva's in there, Obi-Wan, and she tells him, she says, I will bring you to Lord Vader. He will be very pleased. And then she went, oh, you didn't know? He's alive. Anakin Skywalker lives. And then that look on Obi-Wan's face, and then that just long hold on his face, and then the one word, Anakin. Anakin. It was great. It's great. The subtle emotional swings. Ewan McGregor just does such a good job. It's an underrated job of emoting without speaking. You know what I'm saying? He does a really good job at that. So, yeah, man. I like this show a lot. I like this episode. These first 2 episodes was good. That's going to wrap it up, I think, for this spoiler review. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications so you know when we upload. What do you think of Obi-Wan's episode 1 and 2? Did you like it? Alright, let me know what you think. Until next time, you know how we do. Peace.
I'ma go to the ends.